Hey, you've made it to the podcast Recovery Captured, hosted by me, Shannon Louise, a certified recovery coach and self-verified addict. Join me on my journey through my recovery from mind-altering substances, eating disorders, depression, and much, much more. During this podcast, you'll hear my personal experience, thoughts, and opinions, as well as my guests' stories through their own recovery. I hope that you're able to take something away from this podcast and use it as a tool to help you see that your story is picture perfect. All right. Okay. We're recording. We're here. I can still hear that.
Okay, I'm going to put that down.
Here you go.
Thank you.
So today I have my sister, Shelby, and my sister-in-law, Becca. And today we are just going to talk about what kind of shit show I was and what they had to deal with and everything else around that. So we got a bunch of questions. Shelby said that she has some rapid fire questions for me.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Because I'm nervous. And
Icebreakers.
My team, my global team, we've got like 60 people, and we like to do some icebreakers to get people comfortable in meetings. So I want you to pick a random number between 1 and 13.
Obviously 3.
3. Okay. Would you rather eat only sushi for the rest of your life or never eat sushi again?
Eat sushi for the rest of my life.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Becca?
Hands down, sushi all day.
Same.
You can make anything into sushi. It's just a vessel for soy sauce into my mouth.
So downing soy sauce. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. And that question was from Ben, obviously. Okay, pick another. Becca, pick a number. 7. Would you rather be trapped in a romantic comedy with your enemies or trapped in a horror movie with your friends?
Horror movie friends.
Yeah. What was the first word?
Would you rather be trapped in a romantic comedy with your enemies or trapped in a horror movie with your friends?
Nope. I wouldn't want anything.
Motorhome Massacre.
I'm taking the romantic comedy.
Oh.
Nope. I don't like horror movies.
Oh,
now that I have kids, no thank you.
Yeah, but there's always that cheesy happy ending. So you and your enemy are gonna make love, just like. You know.
Okay, pick another number, Shan.
Your sister. Wow. 12.
12. Okay. Would you rather be compelled to high five everyone you meet, or be compelled to give wedgies to anyone in a green shirt?
Wedgies to everyone in a green shirt.
Yeah.
My friends back in high school, we would always, anytime anyone's thong of us three, when someone's thong, when their thongs were showing, you go until you rip it.
Oh.
I mean, you have to.
Oh.
There's no other way.
No.
So yes,
It is
we.
the way.
I want to high five everyone.
High five.
Well,
Very nice.
Not in COVID days, so maybe a green shirt wedgie. Okay, Becca, number.
15?
No, between 1 and 13. ADD already. Okay.
4.
4.
I have to go number 4.
Would you rather have 5 half-sized clones of yourself or 1 full-sized clone? I know Becca's answer. We don't need any more small people around. Yeah.
Just one more of me is more than enough.
Can I have -1?
Take away.
Okay.
eye with like a bunch of mini me's.
Of course you would.
We would have a lot of fun.
Well, when you're dope. Yeah, hobby.
Okay, Shannon, number.
1.
Would you rather lick an eyeball or have your eyeball licked?
Oh my God.
I heard this on my favorite podcast, so I had to roll it forward.
Oh. Lick someone else's
Yeah.
eyeball. I can't
Yeah.
have anyone in and around my eye.
Somebody can lick mine. I can't. I can't.
Come here, Becca.
Yeah, no, I don't like people. Ow. I don't like people touching my eyes, so I'm absolutely gonna lick someone's eyeball.
I just feel like eye juice is really gross. I don't want to.
I feel like it's
I feel like it would
like
taste
in
like
and out.
saline, like it wouldn't have a taste. And for those that know my husband, you'd have to get really close. When you're tongue-tied. Would you rather just put your lips on their eyeball? Shannon's nostrils are flaring. You know, it's a good question. Okay. Shannon, pick another number.
5.
Okay. This one I wrote special for you. Would you rather have a hair in everything you ever eat for the rest of your life or be scared a balloon is going to pop constantly?
Oh. Both is
I know.
horrible. Because of my tattoo. Is that why you did that?
Yeah.
I just tried tattooing a balloon. Yeah, no, definitely a balloon.
Okay.
You actually thought I was going to pick the hair one?
Yeah. Okay, Becca.
Yeah, I'd take a balloon. Balloons are a good time.
Hair is
I
not.
take the balloon. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want hair in my food.
Uh-uh.
Okay.
Oh God, you're
Question,
moving to the
quick.
hibachi.
Ew.
Number. Did we say 6 already?
No. Shannon, this one was also inspired by a recent picture you sent me. Would you rather walk through a wall of spiderwebs to save me or chew on the biggest ball of some stranger's hair for 5 minutes?
I would walk through anything and everything to get to you. You're not going to put fucking hair in my mouth. I can't.
I think in this instance, I might take the hair.
I'll take the hairball.
Yeah, because it might stick all together.
Yeah,
No.
I'll
I can't even think about it.
Okay, we've only got a couple more. Okay,
How about you pick one more and I got one more for you.
Okay. Oh man.
Pick a good one.
No, they're all good. Okay, would you rather? Oh, this one was Mike's question last night. Would you rather every shirt you ever wear be some kind of itchy, or only ever be able to use 1-ply toilet paper?
Ooh.
Oh, I got my answer.
What?
The 1-ply.
I feel like I could
It's a 1-ply.
divvy it up.
It's a 1-ply, and you like wrap it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking of only like a
You get
square.
you get 1-ply, 1 square.
Oh, absolutely. I would do
Your whole
1-ply.
Use the whole roll. Okay.
Absolutely.
Bidet.
Bidet.
Okay. Okay.
I'm cheating.
Okay. Would you rather poop out of your mouth or have taste buds on your butthole?
Taste buds. Taste buds. I don't want to poop out of my mouth. This is almost like one of the other ones.
Taste shit.
Would you rather poop in the only toilet at a party knowing that you're going to clog it, or poop in the bushes in their backyard?
Bushes.
I've already done that.
I had a friend in high school over by oh my God, Railroad Street. What's that store there? You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Central.
Yes. And on the way there, she couldn't hold it. So she pooped in the bushes in someone's front yard on that road.
That's great. That's great. I love it.
One time I had to poop in the bushes, and I was
You can
wearing
speak up.
I was talking quiet because I'm embarrassed. I was wearing a white bikini, and I had to poop.
No.
We were hiking to the beach. I had to poop.
Oh, no.
So there was no toilet paper.
Lori is going to love this podcast. We need to make
I
sure
hope
she
she's
listens.
eating while she listens to this. This one time, I will tell you. This was my high school graduation. We had a big party at my friend's house. Oh my gosh. I got blacked out drunk. I don't remember someone putting me to bed, but I do remember waking up somewhere.
Is that bug alive?
Yeah, probably. Probably.
Okay, we can't reach it.
That one's Kelly. Leave her alone.
Kelly.
So I was at this party. I fell asleep, and I remember waking up to a really dark room, and I was peeing. And I was like, okay, I guess I'm in a bathroom somewhere. And I stood up, and I was like, what? Where's my underwear? I couldn't find my underwear. Oh, no. And I stood up, and I'm like, I literally could not see anything, as if there was no moon, no stars, no lights in this house, no fucking night lights. I'm like Stevie Wonder getting back.
Were your eyes open?
I don't know. I was very intoxicated. And so I get back, and in the morning, we're all like slowly waking up. I'm on this little bed on the floor, of course, and I hear, whose underwear is this in the kitchen? Needless to say, I pissed and left my underwear on my friend's father's kitchen floor.
Oh, all right.
Anyways.
Okay, that was fun.
That was. Thank you. Maybe we can end with the other ones.
Okay.
I fell
got a
asleep
couple
on the
more.
toilet once while peeing.
Can we ask why?
Remind me to tell you after.
It was
I'm not
late
going to
night.
say this one on the podcast, but
I was drunk. And my friends and Tyler couldn't find me.
oh no.
My elbow on my knee, like the thinker's pose, but I was asleep.
That's great.
They didn't think to check
gonna
the
make-
bathroom that they walked by yelling my name a billion times because the door was closed and I would have answered
I
if
love
I
it.
was
What do you
awake.
think of this look?
It was hot.
You look like that monkey with the big penis nose.
I was just going to say gold dick.
I love gold.
I love gold.
Oh my goodness.
All right.
Okay.
Bringing it around.
Okay. We're good. We're here.
Okay. So we got to know the goods. Are you in recovery for anything?
No.
No. I was going to say, if you were, that would be a surprise to me.
No.
All right. Give me a fun fact about you.
About me, but Mike and I, so my husband and I, our plan for our first son, we always joked about, because we had a girl name picked out, which was Haley. We could never figure out the son's name. So if we hadn't landed on a name, we were determined to name him Superman Batman.
Superman, Batman.
Superman Batman.
I mean, I'm not mad about it, but
The other girl's name we joked about was Lake Titicaca.
like, Diddy Gaga.
I don't know why, but that we always talked about that.
I love it. Okay. What is our sibling line?
Okay, so I'm first, birth order.
Yeah.
Technically, first is the worst. We say that every night.
It's not true.
Beckett picks me first for nighttime hugs. First is the worst, and Daddy's second is the best every night. Ben doesn't quite have the hairy chest yet, but we say that every night.
It's the treasure chest of Shelby.
Oh, okay.
So you're the oldest, and then we have a brother, and then it's me, the baby, the sweet one, the favorite one. So we have, what, a 5-year gap? 6-year gap.
Yep.
And the baby, me, just turned 30. So you're going to be 36. How do you feel about that?
I feel freaking old.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Thanks.
I would too.
Thanks for rubbing that in. So Tyler's in the
Throwing
middle,
shade.
and Becca's here,
Yep.
repping for him.
And he's 34.
And how old are you, Becca?
God, he's old.
34.
Wow.
Wow, hey, Bush. Very nice.
Okay, so what was our childhood like? What would you, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being somewhat fucked up, 10 being really fucked up, where do you think we lay?
I mean, I think it's with our mother, I would say on the
12.
the high end of that scale, but we totally lucked out with our dad, so he's on the 1 or 2 side of things.
Yeah.
But yeah, our our mother's
That's for another. Yeah, that's for another podcast, right?
yeah.
But yeah, we had a really good childhood.
Yes, we did. We had a lot of fun.
We did. Even though there was a gap, we still had fun. Especially when I got older, I was able to hang out in a different way.
Yeah.
I was the annoying, like, let me play. Come play with me, you know?
Play.
you know? But we used to share a room together. Do you remember that one time? Our bunk bed?
Was it Marilyn Manson? Was it what you were singing?
Oh, that was. I woke up. No, I was sleep singing. And I was singing Marilyn Manson, The Beautiful People.
While I'm laying there staring at all of my Leonardo DiCaprio Titanic posters. Yeah.
And then, no, this is one time where we had our bunk beds, and I was convinced that I wanted to be a big kid without my railing, and for sure I fucking rolled right off the top bunk. And you guys were like standing there hanging
trauma.
out.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Kim was over.
Yeah.
We used to watch Jerry Springer late at night. We thought we were really cool.
Well, you kind of were. Or like Celebrity Deathmatch. That was definitely a show
I
back
never really
then.
watched that. Ty watched that.
Yeah, me and
a
Todd.
lot.
Yep.
That wasn't my jam.
It was a good show. So yeah, we had a pretty good childhood. This is the room that we're in. We're in our father's house right now, and this was
My
your room.
Yep. When they first finished the basement, and it's a freshman year of high school. I still got the pennies on the ceiling.
Oh my God, I never noticed that.
Really? They've been there since
freshman year of high school.
and I haven't ever put one back up.
Yeah. This was my room.
See, there's one missing. I never put it back up.
Oh, that's sad.
Anyways, and then it turned into my room, and now it's my 37 friends in here. They
Full
occupy it.
Kevin, Kara, Kelly, Kyle,
Judy.
Christoph,
Judy.
Aaron.
Karen.
All right, what's your fondest memory of us as a kid?
I was thinking about that last night or yesterday when we were going back and forth in the Google Doc. I would say, first off, I'm going to say Disney World because the photo album is right next to us, and that was pretty amazing. But also skating competitions in Plattsburgh and taking the ferry over. I just love that.
It was early in the morning too, so you'd get this like
It was
early
like in the
morning
middle
vibe.
of winter, and they got to cut through the ice, and it felt really special to go over there. Yeah, I really loved that. And then we used to go to Gus's Red Hots, which is still there.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, well, it's a rundown restaurant, but
okay.
it's still there. I
We
drove
used
by
to go
it
there?
with Ben. Yeah,
Oh.
after every competition.
I don't remember that.
What's your fondest memory?
Oh, I didn't know it was going to come back to me.
Well, of course.
Ooh.
It's all coming back. It's all coming
God,
back.
Capri Suns are good.
Yeah, I don't know.
You put these questions down. You didn't think I was going to ask you back any of them?
No. No, I didn't.
Fail.
Yeah, I'm going to have to think on that one. I don't know.
I love
okay, you know
sleepovers at Aunt Chrissy's.
what? Tits. With the
Third.
pogs.
Pogs.
She would put pogs underneath her cups. Those really tall cups.
I don't remember Pogs under the cups. I remember
Unfortunate.
Pogs, but
She would put them under. Okay.
She's
Something-
so magical.
She is. She is. I love how you're still in like a whisper.
I know. I'm like really nervous.
No one's watching but us. Anyways.
thank God, no, you're not trying to video this one.
No. So I think about it a lot, and it's when you and I get laughing, like when we do the face swaps and stuff, all
Like
the
earlier.
filters, all the filters, and we get all these pictures, and
so
we're just
good.
like in stitches. That's like one of my favorite, and that still happens now. So I don't know if that's from the
like,
childhood.
As
but
we were starting this.
yes, with the baby.
You guys are good at laughing. Your family's good at laughing. It's
I
fun.
really like it when Dad gets going.
Oh my
When
God.
Dad gets going, I get going. Him and I feed off of each other. Very
Oh.
In Texas.
And the nostrils flare, and it's just the best.
hours of just laughing.
I
Just
don't know how we get it, but
I can't wait till you have a kid someday, and then you pee every time that happens.
yeah, take that.
you guys make it sound
Scaring me in
so
the
fun.
basement.
It's great.
Okay, so let's go back to these questions. Okay. This is where like
Gonna get real.
yeah, we're getting real. Okay. So, is there a point in my life when you noticed a change in me, whether that's mentally, physically, anything in regards to like my drug use or addictive behaviors?
So I was thinking just overall personality, not drug use, but the last time that Mom left when she moved to California or wherever the fuck she moved to, and I've talked about that a lot. Like I've written about it. Like I remember writing in high school about it, and just you on the floor screaming and me running out and screaming, and it just after that I mean I think it for all of us was like a turning point, I guess. I don't know, but I was thinking about that last night when you sent me that question.
So obviously I've done therapy for years, since I don't know, I think it was freshman year. And I recently just did
Freshman year of high school?
Of high school. Yeah. I recently did EMDR, which is like the
I want to
rapid
do.
eye movement or whatever.
Where did you do that? Locally here?
Yeah, downtown. There's this wonderful lady, and you go through like your own therapy sessions, and then she kind of figures out what time frame or period or memory to kind of work off of, and that one is the one that we worked on. And she literally taught me and like brought me back in to that room, to that moment, to me on the ground.
Oh my God.
And me as an
horrible.
adult, I walked into that room and I was able to pick myself up off the ground and like walk myself out of the room and out of the house.
It's crazy.
I have like it fucking blew my mind.
Yeah, I need to go and do that.
It literally changed my life.
That's crazy.
So yes, that memory also has been in my mind.
Talk
Yeah,
about
definitely.
that scale of 1 to...
One to fuck up.
The other one that I wrote down was your car accident in high school.
Uh-oh.
That was fucked up.
Yep.
What happened?
We were driving by Cold Pond.
See, I've
Colchester
never
Pond?
been to Colchester Pond, and you were talking about that on a recent episode, and I've never been there.
Oh my God, we're gonna have to go. It's gorgeous. But anyways, it's like these back roads to get to Colchester Pond, and we were heading to my friend's house or something, and I literally just cracked a beer. Of course, we were high on marijuana because that's like a normal thing. I just cracked a beer, and and we were driving. My friend was driving, and we were on a dirt road, and we hit these washboards, and we were going around a curve too fast. And I said, if you crash, I'm going to kill you. And immediately we crashed. We hit like an embankment and flipped the car. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Scary.
Yeah. So we're like chucking beers because we didn't want to get caught.
Right.
Yeah.
My friend like broke his back, and my other friend broke her nose.
Yeah.
I just got bunion surgery, and I'm like knocked out. Everyone's out of this car, and I'm like knocked out, and then I wake up and I'm like smashing the window with my broken foot.
Yeah.
And then I just feel this tug, and someone pulls me out of the back window.
Oh
and
my God.
I had no idea what the fuck was going on.
Yeah, that was super scary.
It was terrifying.
And then picking you up at a party when the cops were there. That's the other one that I wrote down.
When I got my drinking citation.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't remember when that was. High school?
that was my high school graduation.
Oh, okay.
We were having a big party, and
I thought you just said that was the night that you left your underwear.
yeah, no, that was another party.
Okay.
So I think that was the night of graduation that I got my drinking citation.
Okay.
And then the party was a few days before or something. I don't know. Somewhere around
So
that
the
time.
next day.
Yeah, probably. Yep. We went over to a friend's house, got loaded, and I was able to steal all these beers. My friends had beers, I had beers, and we were like shoving them in all of our pockets and whatever. And then we get in the car, and blue lights turn on right behind us. I don't know how none of us saw this police officer sitting there. And I'm like, whoo! And I throw a beer in the back. And he got me because he could see me with the light, like you in the middle. Fucking saw that. I'm like, okay, sure. So yeah, that's when I got in trouble for the first time, like with law.
Ooh.
Yep. That's what I wrote down.
Well, I am a shitbag. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my God.
Were there fears around the fact that I was an addict?
Yes.
Did you even know I was an addict?
No. And we were talking about that before, when you were peeing before.
Mm-hmm.
No. I don't think we didn't know that it was as bad as it was. Mm-mm. We were definitely scared with a specific ex-boyfriend who you lived with.
Yeah, we won't need names.
Yeah,
We know.
exactly. But yeah, that you were going to get hurt or do something stupid.
I was pretty good in that one. It was thereafter.
So yeah.
You really you had no idea.
No, I don't. I was going to say we didn't know that it was as bad as it was. Obviously, I mean, you talked about the day in court and, you know, leading up to the intervention we had. And we kind of obviously knew kind of piecing things together and past relationships and friends. It's a small town. So when you start asking around, then we had a better idea, but we didn't know that it was as bad as it was.
Speaking from your brother, he had no idea.
No idea.
He says
Huh. And I thought I thought I could hide everything. Like I was a good liar. And really I wasn't, but I guess I was because you guys had no idea.
Well, I
also
he knew
distanced
you
myself.
like to have a good time.
Yeah.
You just didn't know a good time, but didn't think it was an issue.
Yeah.
And I think for me, with that ex and that crowd specifically, and you living here around that pier, you know, like being in and out of here, and Ben being here all the time. I was nervous that something was going to happen, that he was going to get hurt, or Dad or Lori were going to get hurt. You know, like I was nervous about that.
Luckily, I wasn't that messed
No.
up where I didn't have
Well,
like
you never know.
no, you don't, absolutely, but I didn't roll with too many like bad people, and I know emphasis
Bad
on
is a relative
too
term.
many, you know.
Yeah. But we
there is
didn't know
one-
that, and we're not in that scene. We don't live in that world,
Right.
And so
You don't know.
Yeah, you don't know.
How is it? What is it like dealing with someone in active addiction?
So what I wrote down,
I mean, you didn't really know, so.
no, I mean, I guess towards the end when we were kind of just trying to figure out, like, what do we do? How bad is it really? And being in those relationships, I guess, I felt like we tiptoed around a lot. Like we're not big talkers in this family.
Surprise.
Are you kidding me?
Surprise.
Hi, Ty. How are you? Fine.
No, that's just
Okay.
okay.
No, we're not big talkers, and
I'm
so
really
I feel like we
excited for this.
tiptoed.
Me too.
Yeah.
This is me at a 10. I'm really excited.
No, I feel like we tiptoed around it a lot. I wrote down avoidance, sadness, and that we weren't connected. Like we didn't know you. We didn't know who you were. We didn't know. I mean, we knew who you were hanging out with, but we didn't know you. We didn't know what was going on.
I totally distanced myself. You guys became a nuisance, something that got in my way.
Yeah.
So absolutely, I pushed you to my wayside.
It's very strange from an outsider's perspective that you guys think you're not good communicators, because I feel like your family's very good at communicating, and you're like
What?
very, I don't know, like involved with each other, and compared to what I've experienced from my own family, like whole different level. So it's just interesting that you guys don't see yourselves that way, whereas like compared to what I'm used to, you are.
Well, I feel like it's more so back in the day.
Yeah.
Now that we are open about our past as siblings and at a better understanding, and I'm at an acceptance, so I'm able to come out and talk about it, where before it was just too tender.
Yeah.
And so I feel like that's where...
Well, and going into therapy too, for me, I think has helped.
Right.
Even in the last, I don't know, 6-8 months or whatever it's been, like that for me, being able to talk about it and not be like upset about, like, I don't know.
It's a release.
Yeah.
Yeah. Therapy is
amazing.
amazing.
What you see, I feel like that's evolved.
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, I guess that's a good point too, because I didn't come along until, I mean, you were in high school when I came in the picture, and I know, little baby.
I know.
Yeah. And yeah, we didn't, I guess it was family dinners, and like once in a while we'd do bonfires or
I never talked about my addiction, like my recovery. I didn't talk much about it.
Nope.
I can openly say that I did A, B, and C. And,
Yeah.
sorry, Dad, you got to hear that, but
Yeah.
it's my reality, and thank fucking God I'm not there.
Yeah.
So, I'm more open in that way.
And thank God you're here now to talk about it.
Yeah.
If you weren't talking about it, then you'd still probably be in it.
I think I would be dead by now.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Scary
Absolutely.
shit.
It is. It is. It is. I think if you guys waited a little bit longer, maybe missed it by a day, I think I would still be out, and I would probably hit heroin and
What are the odds? I go back to that all the time, that Aunt Chrissy happened to look at that newspaper that day in that section. Like, that's something she never
crazy.
looked at.
no idea.
Kismet. It's just,
Yeah.
it's bananas.
I don't know the odds of that, of her looking at it, you guys moving as quickly as you did, and having that intervention when you did.
Yeah.
If you were a minute earlier or a minute later, I would not have heard it.
Wow.
I would not have accepted anything. I was just at my breaking point.
Heavy, too.
Yeah. And I mean, you mentioned Ben and him being here, and that's what you brought to the table at the intervention. Is this ultimatum is either you fucking get your shit together, or Ben's not going to be in your life.
And he's not going to be in Dad's life because he was
Exactly.
here, and if
I
Dad
lived
wasn't
here.
going to support that decision and move in the direction that we needed
Right.
him to move, then he wasn't going to be around him either.
Right. It's that you set boundaries, and now it has to go throughout the whole family. And if everyone is on the same level, it's going to move a little bit smoother. But if someone isn't in line with these boundaries, or skips over,
Yep.
I would have gotten away with shit.
Yep.
But yes, once you said that Ben wasn't going to be in my life, I literally threw up my hands. I was like, okay, I'll go get the affidavit.
Yep.
This A, B, and C happened, and yeah.
I hear a little feet upstairs.
Yeah, you might hear little pitter patters, but that's okay.
3 of the 4 pitter patters upstairs.
But yeah, it was you threatening Ben, and that's where I got. The next day I was in AA.
Now, can I ask who was there at your intervention?
So it was Shelby, Lori, and Dad. Tyler was deployed at the time.
Yeah, everything always goes down when he's deployed.
Yeah, right. Shit hits the fan. I don't know if that's a good thing for him or a bad thing, but
Bad. It's bad.
yeah, everything hits the fan, and I think you guys kept it appropriate with just the immediate. You guys, I don't know if it would have went over a little little bit differently if Mike was there,
Right.
or if Aunt
or
Chrissy,
if, or if Tyler was there.
No, I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah.
The way that it happened is what
Was
I
perfect.
Yeah.
Yep.
needed. Yeah.
Oh my god. This is my everyday life, guys. I work in the basement 2 days. Well, now 2 days a week, but it's like, okay, apologizing to everyone on the Zoom call because it sounds like someone's going to come through the ceiling. Oh, gosh.
Well, speaking of the intervention,
Yeah.
what was on your guys' side? Like, what were the following steps? Like, give me the background because I don't even know that.
Yeah, so I feel like, I mean, we talked about it, obviously, because we had to be on the same page as, like, what was going to happen. You know, if you're like, no, I'm not doing this, well, you can't live here. You know, there's no financial support. You can't be around Ben. You know, family gatherings or questionable because I didn't want to not be there. You know, it's not fair to say, well, I'm not going to do this and still be there. So that was on the table. You know, there was a lot of, I guess, moving pieces specifically centered around Ben at that point because we had made hard decisions to not have, you know, our mother in his life. And, you know, so we're navigating that and also you at the same time. And yeah, it was a lot of how do we make this work and keep him safe and not put him in scary situations or see you in a scary place.
Mm-hmm. So Ben is Shelby's son, my nephew, and he was the first baby of the group. So that's where.
So he was what year was that?
So I got sober in 13.
So he was two. Or just, he wasn't even 2 yet because it was April, right? Or March. So yeah, so he was not even 2 at that point. So he didn't remember.
No, thank fucking God. Thank God. Were you in any part of the conversation or did you know what was happening?
I don't know that I knew when it was happening, but I remember afterwards, like, just finding out, like, how everybody found out and how, like, Chris called your dad and was like, why didn't you tell me Shannon was in trouble? And he's like, what do you mean Shannon's in trouble? And but no, I was unfortunately blissfully unaware. I did not know. And
Tyler obviously was talking so much about it.
He really didn't know much because he talked mostly to me and I didn't know. So
Right.
News comes, whatever I hear from you guys would go to him.
Right.
And I think he feels bad for, I hear my baby. I think he feels bad for not realizing and not knowing. But
I don't know.
That's part of that as a sibling or a family member, not knowing more of the situation and that guilt.
Yeah, I'm sure you guys have a lot of guilt around it, but I'm glad you guys didn't know more at the time because I don't think I would be where I am today. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just grateful that it happened the way it did.
Yeah.
Because if you guys did know, the intervention could have happened earlier and I wasn't ready or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
What were there any other logistics about it around the intervention?
I was just that you needed to be fully moved out. Locks changed, no financial support, and no access to Ben.
Yep.
And that was everything else didn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, once Ben's name came up that I couldn't see him, I was like, all right. And I didn't go to rehab. I didn't go to treatment. I didn't go to detox. I didn't go to sober living. Lori brought me to my first AA meeting the next day. And I've said it.
12-step program. Recovery.
12-step program. Yes, excuse me, guys. And then I introduced myself at a 12-step program that doesn't involve cocaine as a cocaine addict. And then someone from another 12-step fellowship came up and brought me to another fellowship. And so through all this fellowship, I was able to get sober and stay sober.
The Fellowship of the Mama's tired.
Lord of the Rings. Is that a Lord of the Rings reference?
First one. It's the first one.
I don't know those references.
So, were you guys nervous or thought I would say no to everything?
Yeah. I mean, I think there's always, for anybody that's doing an intervention and you don't know. I mean, like I said, I didn't really know you well at that point. Like, I don't know. I think we were definitely nervous that you were going to be like, it's not as bad. Like, it's not a big deal. I'm fine. You know, making those excuses. And thankfully it didn't turn out that way. Right. Yeah. So I think we were definitely nervous. Yeah.
I think it was pretty easygoing for you guys. If you could have an intervention, I think that
absolutely.
would be the best
But I think it was more in nerves talking about it, right? Because I said like tiptoeing around and avoiding having those hard conversations. Like that's not a fun conversation to have, to say like, you're my sister and you can't see my son.
Right.
That's a shitty conversation.
Yeah.
So I think that was a lot of the nerves too. And for me, seeing dad handling those conversations is really hard. So
I think it's hard too when you haven't really been aware of how bad it is, and then you see something in the newspaper and you're like, oh shit, it probably is bad. And you're like, well, is it really that bad, or is it just like she just happened, this one time just happened to get caught and she doesn't do it a lot, and so you go in being like, you need to fix yourself, but you're not 100% certain of how bad it is and what needs to be fixed with her. So she could have said, oh yeah, things aren't, I'm not, I don't really have a problem. Things aren't that bad. And yeah, what do you do to that? Because you're also not 100% sure how bad it is. It's just,
I
a
think
lot of unknowns.
We kind of had a better idea going into it. Yeah. After,
right, because you taught
the person you got caught with.
Oh,
did you talk to him before?
Yeah, Mike had reached out to understand what the situation was, because Shanna was dating a close friend of my husband's that grew up and
right down the road.
Yeah. So yeah, we had a better idea going in what the situation was. Again, it's a small town, so
right. I mean, and to go off of what you were saying, Becca, is like you don't know how bad it was. Maybe it was just this one time or whatever, and it's like, well, I will assure you that it's bad if your name is in the paper for a court date for a drug possession. We call you guys normies, and normies
I feel like
don't
that
fuck
term
around
is
with
offensive.
drugs. It is, but everything else in this world is offensive. So
I'm not normal.
Compared to me. No, but like we call people that don't have
know.
addiction normies, and
why is that?
I don't know. It's just a term that I've always heard and always been taught.
It's such a weird term.
It is, absolutely. But you guys wouldn't just go out and get a possession charge and
yeah, that's true. Valid point.
You know what I mean?
I'm gonna reel back what I said.
No, that's okay. You don't know,
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a fucked up night. And I had a lot of resentment towards the people in the car because I took the blame.
I still do.
I did
Let me tell you, I went to his
work.
wedding and it was
6 months after we broke up.
It was my goal at the time to get as shit-faced and ridiculous as possible at his wedding.
Did you successfully do that?
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
Nice. Purse pounders.
Purse pounders.
Purse pounders. We had pounders of Citizen cider.
Oh,
that's
great. That's great.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just wanted to be ridiculous, and
yeah.
I did not want to be there. And if I was going to have to be there because he was my husband's friend, then I was going to do whatever I wanted to do. And yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely don't have resentments anymore, and that's being said after years of work, 12-step work around it. And if I didn't take the blame...
Did you make amends to him?
I tried to, but he was dating his ex-wife at the time, and he didn't find it appropriate to meet up. And I was like, well, here's what happened.
Yeah.
It was for another thing. I didn't I don't remember what I really said, but it was for something else that I needed to make amends for. But in regards to that,
kind of sounds like a shitbag.
Yeah.
I think he's a really great guy. He just got caught up at the wrong time with the wrong person, and we were a perfect fit.
Agree to disagree.
Yeah.
But let you take all the blame.
Yeah. I mean, and the two other people in the back of the car.
So you were in a bag. You were in a bag.
I was.
You were in a car full of shitbags.
Correct.
Okay.
I was the leader of the shitbags. But there's like
you
so
escaped
much.
your bag of shit.
It was warm, so I stayed.
Gonna head out.
Birth.
Yeah, but there's so much more to it
yeah.
than just me taking the blame.
Yeah.
You know, there was other paraphernalia.
Yeah.
Lots of paraphernalia in the car that was not found or sniffed out by the drug dog.
Oh boy.
Bad sniffer that day, huh?
Yeah. But he could sniff out 0.01 gram of cocaine.
Oh,
So,
God.
Yeah, that's where I was also really bitter. But
Yeah.
no, thank you for not taking the blame, everyone. All the shitbags in the car. I'm now sober and thriving.
Yeah, worked out for
there
the
you
best.
go.
It did. So it's like
Yeah.
I don't have hard
Is
feelings towards them.
0.01 a lot?
I put more salt on my corn.
Okay. I don't know these things, so thank you.
Yeah, we don't know these things. Us normies.
Normies over here.
No, I put more salt on my corn.
Okay.
It's
Okay?
so weird.
It's so little, you know?
Yeah, I just noticed this chair. Like I'm trying to shift. Oh my!
Yeah, we
my
can hear
bones are creaking.
We can hear
Everything is
everything.
cracking.
Oh, the
man.
intervention. I didn't know some of that stuff.
Yeah. Well, and I said, so did you learn more about it? You asked, did you learn more about it after the intervention? That was your other question. And I said, I think I learned the most after that article that you wrote with Ange.
Oh, yeah. That was a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
From,
That was only like a couple of years into recovery, I thought.
Yep.
That was quite a long time ago.
Yep.
I think that's where I learned the most.
Explain this article for Ange.
God, I don't even remember. She wrote an article for
don't
women or
I don't
something.
know.
And
That was
like
a long time ago, but you got
Montpelier.
pretty specific on.
Absolutely. I'm not going to sit there and lie anymore.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit there and hide. If I hide, then other addicts are going to hide. If I'm dishonest, other addicts are going to be dishonest. If they can see me being honest and upfront.
So it's an article about addiction or?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. It was just me kind of giving my story, and she asked me a bunch of questions, and she was able to write this article.
Nice.
And yeah, you know, I don't really.
This stuff is really loud.
I know. I'm sorry. All those bubbles I'm playing with.
I know.
What is this?
Silly putty.
Silly putty.
It's
gold.
gold,
I love gold.
sparkly.
glittery.
Yeah. So yeah, it keeps farting. I'm sorry. But yeah, so you learned more through that article.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure this podcast has opened up. I've definitely opened up too.
I think. I mean, I feel like nothing's really surprised me at this point.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
You're not shocked.
No.
That's good.
No, and I love it.
Do you ever have fear? This one's a really big question.
Yes.
And I asked Dane this the other day, and it blew my mind what he said. Do you
Really?
ever? Yes. Do you ever have fear that I'm going to relapse?
Absolutely.
Like, is this like a daily thought?
I wouldn't say daily, no. And so, God, I'm going to try really hard not to cry this episode. The other day you were talking about it, or I don't know, one of the recent episodes you were talking about it with Jillian of like, if something major happens.
How are you going to react?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I think about.
Yep. That's not a fun thought.
Something happening to Dad.
Mm-hmm.
And what the aftermath looks like for all of us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I would love to sit here and say I will never relapse, but that's not reality, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what the future holds. None of us do, right?
I hope to God that I never relapse. I will try everything in my power to not relapse.
Yeah.
But that being said, I don't know, right?
Yeah.
I hope I have all the tools that I have now and maybe even more when that time does come.
Yeah.
So I don't.
I think...
And because knowing that it will just hurt you guys and make the situation 10 times worse.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I think too, you've grown so much as a person, and you've developed these tools to help you deal, and you also have a very large network of people who support you and love you. Not that you didn't before, but nobody knew. And now that, family is aware, I would hope that, we'd be there to help and to help stop or, pick you back up. And,
yeah, absolutely. And I appreciate hearing that. But I don't ever want to think like something tragic like that happening. Like, okay, is Shannon okay? Like, let's go find Shannon. And it's like, I don't want that to be a burden to anyone. Or the fear, like, okay, well, fuck, we gotta go find Shannon. You know what I mean? Like, I just want to be another person around that you guys don't have to worry about. Like, I'm gonna be there for the situation,
Yeah. Well, I think that in a situation like that, everybody's gonna be checking in on everybody.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, yes, you included, but I think that it would be expected of... Yeah, just make checking in on everybody, making sure everybody's okay, because everybody deals with tragedy and hardships differently. And
Absolutely. Yeah, no, it will definitely be a shitty fucking time. That's for sure.
Yeah.
That's for sure. But I know that he wouldn't want me to do that.
I know.
You know?
Well, I think I've thought about that a lot more this year with Aunt Chris, too.
Yeah.
Yep. It sucks.
Yeah.
It's
Thank God I brought the tissues.
I know, right? Getting old and having loved ones around us get sick is hard on any of us. And hell, okay, so I don't relapse, but what if one of you guys pick up a substance that you actually really like?
Yeah.
And you guys I
think we're all hyper aware of that on our end, though, knowing that addiction runs in our family. I know for me, I'm hyper sensitive to that.
Right. But like,
so don't worry about that for me.
But like, it could happen. You guys could become dependent on it. You know,
it's unfortunate because sometimes even when you do know that it runs in your family, it doesn't help prevent stuff like that from happening.
Sure fucking didn't for me.
Yeah.
Dad's like, your grandfather, your mom's dad was an alcoholic. You should watch.
Did you know that? He
sure
only
fucking did
dialysis and dumped it in the sink where we washed our dishes.
Ew. Yeah.
What? Yeah, exactly. Horrifying family
Yeah.
memories in this house. This is a great house, but
it's.
Yes, of course we knew he was a raging alcoholic.
But it didn't stop me.
I know.
Yeah.
Didn't fucking stop me.
Yeah.
Didn't scare me once. I still did it, you know?
And, I got family that
Yeah.
overdosed and passed away from addiction, and that didn't stop other family.
Yeah.
It sucks. Addiction is a bitch.
It is. And you don't really know the severity of it until you're in it.
Yeah.
Whether you're someone in recovery like me, or if it's you guys dealing with someone in your family or a loved one or whatever. Other than that, if you don't know, you don't know.
Yeah. Yep.
And a lot of us aren't educated, I feel like, in the proper way. I was, watching a 1980s video in fucking 4th grade about alcoholism, and I would die if I drank it.
Yeah.
And she brought in empty bottles of like, this is or whatever. And it's like, other than that, I had no education on drug abuse.
Yeah. It's not something that, or at least when we were, we're old.
I was going to say, but also, we're from Vermont and New Hampshire in your case. I mean, like,
upside down Vermont.
do other cities or states that have a higher prevalence? Like at that time, like were they trying, teaching kids about that differently?
We had Dare.
We did.
One of our family photos, it's me wearing my Dare t-shirt.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, we had Dare, but it's still like,
It's not a...
even though you learn it, I'm not old enough to understand. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I don't think Dare is the best. It just puts fear into...
Now I'm going to have that song stuck in my head.
I wish I remembered more about Dare.
It's, from what I remember, which isn't much, not very educational. No. It's more just,
Avoid it at all costs.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
The plague.
Abstinence.
yes, exactly. Good thing we're all still virgins here.
Normies, damn
Weird
it.
because we have kids.
Do you, Becca, ever have fears that I'm going to relapse? Does that ever come to your mind? Do you even care? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I don't care. Oh, yeah. Not that you'll relapse, but sometimes I feel bad, guilty about like having like family gatherings and providing booze and stuff, and like I feel like I'm like almost like dangling it like a carrot in front of your face.
Yeah,
and
watch us. We're all here drinking.
Yeah. I
Making
feel
an ass of
like sometimes
ourselves.
I'm like, maybe I shouldn't just have any. Like,
Yeah.
maybe I shouldn't make a Jingle Bell juice for our Christmas party, So that kind of stuff, but not like really. I don't know. I guess no, not. I don't know. That just a fear of
Triggering me?
Yeah, triggering you and tempting you. Guilt about that, but not.
Or you being frustrated that we're doing that
Yeah.
and being insensitive.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck
to
yeah.
that.
No, 100% that was the issue early on in my sobriety.
Yeah.
It was like, you motherfuckers.
Wine time.
Why is it you?
Yeah.
And I'm over here. Like
Yeah.
I was...
How come you get to do that and I can't?
Exactly. I was definitely resentful towards that. And I had a lot of bitter thoughts and opinions. Yet again, thank you, 12-step program. It taught me a lot.
Yeah.
And acceptance, and that I am who I am, and I physically cannot have mind-altering substances in my body, or I will have a bad reaction.
Yeah.
Right? And so, I kind of, so I don't want to sound like a bitch when I say this, but I sometimes get offended when people are like, you okay if I drink?
Right.
It's like,
Right.
Yeah.
fucking A, have your goddamn drink. I don't care.
Yeah.
Like I know
And if I did care, I wouldn't be here.
Right.
I wouldn't
Right.
put myself in that situation.
Right. And I know people ask that question from like a very caring spot.
Yeah, I
Yes.
think early on,
Yes.
for sure, we were
I
like,
still
is
get it.
this the right, can we do this? Is this
Right.
okay? Is this going to put you in a bad spot? And, saying it from a place of love and like, we absolutely don't need to have a drink right now if that's going to make you uncomfortable, but it's how do you have that conversation and not put you in a weird spot. We don't want to
make it,
seem completely, it's
like
weird.
babying me or whatever. At first, I absolutely hated it. But now, make your fucking jingle juice. Make your jungle juice.
I'll make it good.
Make your whatever. Bailey's in a boot. I don't even care.
Do you hear that? I feel like you probably hear that more from people who haven't been on this journey with you. So like newer people you meet, newer friends and stuff. Is that like, do you hear it a lot still often or?
So for you normies, we call them newcomers. No, I'm just kidding. People new to recovery, absolutely.
Or just like new to like being a friend of yours, like if you meet somebody
Shannon doesn't
new
want
and
to
they're
meet new
like,
people. She's an
I'm an invert.
An invert. I was trying to think of what word you used last time. Not an introvert, an invert. Shannon's an invert, so she doesn't want to meet new people. It can be really awkward.
But no, the new people that I do meet are usually sober.
Okay.
Or if they're not, I've had people like, hey, is it cool if I drink? They don't know.
yeah.
They don't know how to go about it, just like you in my early sobriety. But it's like, have your drink, don't make it awkward. I'm not. Yeah, of course, I devil take.
We're going to make everything awkward.
Yeah, absolutely. But I'll definitely look at your drinks and definitely judge you if you don't finish them. Like, come on. We're not going to abuse that. Come on. Like, finish it. But, like, other than that, you know, like, I don't care. It doesn't trigger me anymore. At first it did. If you had a line of cocaine, I might think about it a little bit more.
Wow. Okay.
And be, you know, a little more fixated. I don't want to be around you when you smoke a bowl.
I'll
Don't
make
ever
sure
worry about that.
I hide my lines of cocaine next time.
Please do.
Thanks,
Hopefully
Becca.
it's on the back of
My
your
lines.
toilet. But yeah,
Keep
I mean,
it out of the reach of the children.
I don't put myself in situations.
Yeah.
I don't hang out with people
That
that do that, or at least, no,
That
I don't
you-
hang out with anyone that does that
was
I know
gonna
of.
say, yeah.
I was gonna say that don't do it in front of me, but I was like, I don't think anyone I know does it.
yeah.
But yeah, I don't want people to feel weird about
Yeah.
it. Like, you do you, boo, and I'll still do me, and I don't think about it. I don't get offended, you know.
Yeah.
But at first, I know that was a challenge for people as well as me. Okay, so we're gonna have to start wrapping up. So I got one more
snap.
question.
Oh my God, you skipped a whole bunch of them.
I did, but we gotta wrap up, hubby. We got some shit. What is it like being a part of my life now that I'm in recovery?
I said
Sexy.
sexy. I said amazing and grateful, but I also said I wrote this thing in my journal yesterday. Was yesterday the 30th? I don't even know what day it is today.
29.
Yes, I wrote it yesterday. I've been trying to do this, like, you talked about, you know, writing your gratitudes and stuff. And that's normally what I do. But then somebody that I follow was like, just do this like random stream of consciousness and like whatever comes to your mind and like fill 3 pages. And so yesterday I said, I'm excited and nervous to record a podcast with Shannon tomorrow. I said, I want to share just how proud she makes me and the extreme gratitude that I have that she got sober.
Oh, shit. Second time.
Not only am I grateful for it for myself, but because it means that the boys get the best version of her. That they get to see the amazing, strong, and funny person that she is, and that they love their auntie unconditionally. Had she not gotten sober, she wouldn't be in their lives, and I am forever grateful that we had that intervention and that she has put in the work to continue to be in their lives. I said, Ben wants to be on this podcast someday, and I think I think that would be an awesome full circle moment for her to be able to share him not remembering the before and who he sees her as now as a result of all the hard work that she does every day. I said I also want to share that I do still have guilt around not doing more. Because it's something I live with every day as a sister of someone who's in recovery. I said I should have done more when I knew she was using to stop it sooner. But more than that, I should have been there more throughout the recovery process, especially in the beginning. I said I struggle with knowing that I would do anything for her, but not doing more. We had and still do have a lot going on in our world with small kids in our own careers, but I could have done more, been at more meetings, checked in more, and did more together with her, and gotten more time with her and the boys. Not had drinks around her as much. I said, I know I can't change it, but I think about that all the time. So yeah, that's what I wrote.
Oh, geez, that's
Yeah.
Don't carry
So,
that guilt.
I know. I'm trying. And I was thinking about that and like the timing of all of this, right? And like you in early sobriety was also when we were going through miscarriages and trying to get pregnant, and it was a really hard time for me. And you know, you weren't in my life as much at that point, but I also wasn't pushing to be in yours either because I was so focused on what was going on with me, and I do carry a lot of guilt that I wasn't there more.
Well, you know,
but it is what it is. You know, I can't change it now.
And it worked out okay.
I know.
And it's something I've had to put into perspective. You gotta keep living your own life too, you know?
Hey, the end of the Capri Sun is dangerous.
Yeah, I know. It's
really
loud. We all have like this little sip. Well, listen, okay, so I don't want you I understand your guilt.
I'll try.
I know. I've given up. I'll chug it after. She was successful. I don't want you to feel like you have to carry around that guilt anymore. You know when people die and they go and talk to mediums and they're like,
yeah,
I hope they don't, you know, like still...
Yeah.
You know, like that weird guilt thing that happens. Like, no, your dad is fine. He's totally cool. And like...
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to be... Like, I don't want to die and then you go to a medium and like, I still feel guilty and like, oh no, it's fine. You know what I mean? Like, understand now.
I know.
Like, we're going to live our own lives. We're separate. We have our own things going on. And yeah, sure, you being more involved in my active addiction and early recovery and even now, like, yeah, it would have been great, but I don't know if it would have been beneficial.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if things did not go the way they did, I don't think I'd be where I am today.
Yeah.
So, in a sense, I'm grateful that you weren't in my life the way that you expect yourself to be. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want that to have to be a burden on your mental health, like everything else.
Well, and I've done a lot of work on that,
right?
You know, through therapy and stuff over the last, like I said, 6 or 8 months or whatever. Right. I've done a lot of work on that, so I'm at a better place with it. But I think that's always having been in that more of the motherly role from early on, like that doesn't go away, you know.
No.
But I don't carry it around, I guess, as much as I.
And it's so weird that we're just wired to carry and hold that burden of guilt for things. It's
so weird.
It sucks.
Yeah.
It sucks.
It does. But I just don't want you to have to do that.
I know.
Like, do your work, do what you got to do, and then just know that I'm fine. I was never like upset about it. And you know what I mean? Like, you're carrying a lot that is made up in your head.
I know.
Just know that I love you.
I love you.
And that everything's fine.
I know.
So yeah, that was really sweet. Do you have anything else before I throw in my wrapping up thing?
So I have a question about the wrapping up.
Yeah.
Do you just try to keep it towards an hour? Is there a particular reason why? Like, if you're having a good conversation, do you keep going?
I mean, we can,
We're over
but
I'm just
over an hour.
asking, like, not out of curiosity, not trying to push, just curious. Like, is it because you like to hit like a 1 hour mark? Is that...
I feel like it's what the listeners would like.
As a listener, and it doesn't have to be right now, I take all the content you want to get.
Yeah.
Bring it on.
Yeah.
Don't. I mean, I get you want to like also keep it concise and like focused, but girl, I love listening.
Yeah. Oh, fun.
We love it.
I talk out loud to you guys while I'm listening. Like, oh my God, fuck yes, you guys nailed that. Or be like, no, it's called this. You can't remember.
Not have Flarp in my hands right now. I feel like we need a heads up the week before so we can prepare to have whatever fidget toy you're playing with.
Whatever we're playing with, yeah.
And I think you should require every guest to bring something fidgety.
Okay, you're gonna be my next guest. So here we are.
Shelby, feel free to sit in.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Absolutely.
I do try to keep it for an hour-ish, a little under, a little over. It's just more so of what I think people would like. I mean, sometimes I'm on a really long car ride and I'm like, this needs to keep going because I can't look down at my phone to change it to a new podcast. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm like loving the over the hour. I just do it for...
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, I was totally just curious.
But I mean, anyone, please.
Is there a study that shows that people can?
Anyone, just write
Their
it and let me
attention
know.
span can't handle any more than 62 minutes.
If anyone thinks otherwise, please let me know.
Or if you want more, also let her know.
Yeah. We always say we're going to make part 2, so.
Yeah, you have said that a few times.
Yeah.
Have we done it yet? No.
Part 2.
Okay, so do you have anything else?
I mean, I have a whole lot on here that I wrote down. All these like random notes.
Throw some at me.
Well, you said like hobbies and stuff to stay mentally healthy.
Yeah, this is for you. Yeah.
Yeah. So for me, Lexapro.
Laxatives.
Not laxatives. God.
Yeah.
Robitussin.
Oh no. Okay. I totally didn't know about the robo trip thing, by the way, that you talked about
That was
recently.
horrible.
I know. Damn it. I'm not normal, but damn, that term really, I don't know, like offends me. So definitely getting comfortable with reaching out and doing therapy, because I should have done that. And
Years ago.
Everybody do
ma'am.
it. Everybody
half
do
a
it.
lifetime ago, I should have started that. So therapy, Lexapro, totally great combo.
Sertraline.
Especially during this pandemic, it is
Mm-hmm.
very helpful. But at-home fitness,
Yep.
journaling, podcasts, reading, spa day, do my own nails at home.
Yeah, you
do
did.
the
Self-care.
pedicure, soak my feet. Ben likes to do spa days with me too, so the masks,
boy.
and
So cute.
he loves to get like the spa music and aromatherapy, and
love
it's the
that.
cutest thing ever. But no, I think the other thing, the last one that you had, like tips that would give family members of those that are dealing with active addiction, active addiction. Guys, I
Wow.
can't talk.
Good job.
So tips, I just wrote down: provide support when, where, and how needed, as long as it is not going to aid in a relapse. Setting clear boundaries and sticking to them, even though it's tough. Tough love is hard but necessary, and be involved as much as you can. Get educated and stay mindful. That's what I wrote down.
It's good shit.
You know, loving someone and enabling is a very blurred line for a lot of people, you know, and that's something that needs,
Yeah.
you know, a deep
We're
dive
losing
into.
our diction here.
That's why we keep it under an hour, people. Jesus.
Damn it.
That's 62 minutes.
But yeah, it's figuring out that fine line between love
Yeah.
and, you know, enabling
Yeah.
and what that looks like.
I'm biting my tongue.
Yes, I know you are.
I'll save it for mine.
Yeah.
That's for
We'd
part,
be on for another
part due.
part two.
Okay,
Sisters,
wait.
part two.
So we had some would you rather rapid fire again from Ben.
Oh, finishing up.
Would you rather switch your toes with your fingers or your fingers with your toes?
That's the same thing.
Hands for feet or feet for hands?
Do I get to keep my hands if I put them on my feet?
What?
So if I had hands,
Okay,
for my
would you
hands-
rather have short toes or really long toes? That's really short fingers or really long toes.
Really long toes.
Oh, okay. I'm like, can I have my fingers as both? I would want really long toes. I wouldn't want short fingers.
Yeah. Okay. Would you rather have edible spaghetti hair that regrows every night or sweat maple
Chia
syrup?
Sweat maple syrup. What? I would lick my armpits all the time.
My husband was mortified. He hates his hands being sticky, and so absolutely he said spaghetti hair.
If you have if you take enough fenugreek, which is like a supplement,
I don't know what that is.
you start to smell like maple syrup.
I
Give
need
it to
that.
me.
Okay. Would you rather be unable to move your body every time it rains or not be able to stop moving when the sun is out?
Or
You can't move at all. Like not even a muscle.
no
Can I watch TV while I sit there?
That sounds like a typical
rainy weekend
yeah.
for me. I just don't move and watch Netflix.
You have to pee in your underwear.
No. Well, Shannon's good at that. She'll leave it in
Becca's got
someone's
diapers
kitchen.
all over the house, so she's fine. I want to move constantly, I guess.
I guess
Even
on
though
a
that's
sunny day
annoying.
that would be nice, but on a rainy day, just sitting there doing
My
nothing.
fat ass would sit.
I'm trying to be positive. Yeah, I want to fucking
Okay,
sit.
and so this last one is fitting because Shannon and I am guessing we all have hives, guys.
Oh,
the,
yeah. Look at
the
us.
whiteies over here, like real pale girls. We got hives. Would you rather have skin that changes color based on your emotions, or tattoos that appear all over your body depicting what you did yesterday?
Oh, I've had vibrators all over me.
TMI.
Just kidding.
For
Just
the
kidding.
sisters.
Oh boy.
My skin.
My skin
changes
already
color.
changes.
Yeah, that's
so
I
I'm
think that's an
already
easy
there.
answer. We're chameleons.
But I love tattoos.
I know.
But would you
What a fun
All
story.
over your body though. Like
so you could have like a dick on your face going towards your mouth.
Would it hurt when it appeared? Because my hives don't hurt.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, they just appear.
Yeah,
They just appear.
It's like a
But then they go
Maui.
away.
And his tattoos dance around and they just appear on his body.
I'd have tattoos. I'd keep it interesting for people.
You really are.
Good.
Baby.
Good.
Look at us.
I know.
Oh, it's bad.
Well, I'm so glad you guys were able to come on.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having me last minute. Sorry
Yeah,
for
no.
crashing your party.
No, I think it was great, and I think
was.
you it was a nice icebreaker for you
Yeah.
for our next episode, because you're a little shy.
I was a little shy. I'm warming up now. I'm talking like at a normal level. Not whispering anymore.
All around you. All right, guys, thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.